seen him on the screen, I was like, la la
La,
la
la,
la
la, la, la.
la 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 la. Do 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 do. Mary at first sight. Ooh, la la la.
Hello, YouTube. Welcome
Hey,
to the Griffins review of Married at First Sight, season 1-3, the big 13. Okay. Lucky number 13. Okay. So, yeah, let's go ahead and get this thing started.
hey. So, as you can see, that I am wearing my crown because this is a special occasion for Married at First Sight, season 13, episode 3. Welcome back, family members. Welcome back to the original Griffins YouTube channel. So today, DeAndre and Sherrita, that's me, we are gonna go ahead and get started on this review. Let's first start with Brett and Ryan because that's what
Yeah.
they started off with.
Yes. Okay. I want to point out one thing right off the bat. Both of them love the notebook. Okay. Both of them love the notebook. They both brought up the notebook in their interviews. Okay. It's kismet. They brought it up when he was when they were up there giving before they gave the vows. They brought up the notebook and she was like, and he was just like, oh, okay, yeah. Like but I see a lot of laughs with them. They're gonna be fun. And they have
Yeah.
some very beautiful vows.
Oh my gosh, I said the same thing when I heard their vows. I was like, "Oh, this is very beautiful." It was thought out. It was nice, and even when they was talking before the vows, and the preacher was talking about the family, about them to each other, what the family said to them about each other. It wasn't like over the top like Gills and Marla. It was more like it was real, it was sympathetic, like, oh my gosh, this real people, this can actually work.
You stay
um
hate Marla. I just want to point out you just stay hate my girl Marla, okay? Like
yeah, we'll talk about her later, but listen, okay, let me tell you something. When I heard the vows between them, I thought it was thought out, I thought it was real written, I thought it was beautiful, and I could see the family thought it was beautiful too, and I could tell that Brett liked Ryan and Ryan liked Brett based off of the reaction they had with each other. He couldn't stop looking past this section down here. I'm just pointing that out. There was a lot going on, and she's beautiful. She is beautiful. That red hair, she pulled that red hair off, honey, and I gotta commend her for that. Okay,
and the two
Queen.
kisses. Don't forget about the two kisses they had.
Yeah,
She gonna kiss them all early. I just wanted to get them lips on mine. That's how she was acting.
yes,
Okay.
yes. Oh, those kisses were amazing. Those kisses were
Yeah.
amazing. I thought it was uh, really, really went really well. I like the fact, like you said, the notebook. I like their vows. I thought he was funny. He was really entertaining. He was funny. He and their conversation afterwards was a little awkward,
Yeah,
but
like a little awkward,
it
but
was just a little awkward. But I could feel that they had some sort of connection.
they
I don't
got
know
good
why
chemistry.
she and chemistry. Yeah, I don't know why she was nitpicking on the fact Brett was nitpicking on the fact that Ryan was a cowboy and
No,
like
she's hung
country.
up on that. She got all hung up on the country thing.
Yeah,
Like for no reason.
yeah.
She
To
got hung
me,
up on the one like minute detail.
yeah. And I'm like, when you are married or you with somebody, y'all not gonna like the same thing. Like I couldn't really figure out like why, girl, is you just tripping about the fact that he like was cowboy, he liked to hunt, he liked to fish and all that kind of stuff. Like I really want to understand her being uh, upset about that. And the other fact, when the friends, she asked the friends, "Am I his type?" You know.
Yeah, and they were like, "Well, no, but his type hasn't worked, so it's all good. It's no in a good way." And
Yeah.
she like took that and ran with it, like, "Yeah, that's good, but this country thing." And I'm like, "Come on, man, get off the fucking country thing."
I mean, it's not even about that. You need to get off there. Y'all not gonna like the same thing when you're in a relationship. You're not gonna like the same thing, like common sense. But anyway, yeah, that I didn't understand why she was hung up on that. And then her not being his type, he was amazingly attracted to her. He was like, ooh, even with or without makeup, he was attracted to her. So I thought that was a good sign. I thought they worked well together. I could tell that they were really, really attracted to each other. I think they had sex that night, but that's
we
just
don't,
my
we don't
thought.
know yet. We don't know yet.
Why she kicked the camera crew out though?
They always kick the camera crew out. They're going to bed. Like, nigga, they was going to sleep. Like, I wouldn't want a bunch of people with cameras still in the room after, all right, niggas, it's time to go. And niggas about to
I
go to
just
sleep.
felt in my spirit and in my soul that they had sex, but that's just my thought.
Listen, Sherrita, let's not start talking about the things you feel in your soul and how that can be wrong. Okay, let's not get on that topic. Okay.
Well, anyway, I felt like Ryan was nervous the whole entire time. That's
Yeah.
probably why he said a lot of dumb stuff. But I felt like he was nervous the whole time.
But
That's
they
one of my
had
notes.
they had a good chemistry though. Like you could tell they have like a good connection.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I could tell. I could tell it was something there. My fear is Ryan might get bored because he run through so many women.
I don't think he's gonna get bored.
You don't think so? I think
Mm.
she's amazing though. I do think she's beautiful. Like,
Yes. Yes.
like
No, listen, if things don't work
he
out,
won on that one.
I don't know how the season's gonna go if things don't work out.
Yeah. Right. Okay.
You can blow me
So
anytime.
is there anything else you want to say about Brett and Ryan?
No, nothing on Brett and Ryan
Yeah,
right now.
they little love thing went pretty smooth. So it
Mm-hmm.
wasn't too much of anything that was concerning. I mean, what do y'all think out there in YouTube land? Do y'all think that there was something concerning that we may have missed that could been of a concern? I mean, the only thing I could think about was the fact that he said everybody else around him was getting married. Ryan said everybody else around him was getting married and having kids, and
Okay,
he felt like he it was time for him too. That's the only thing, because I don't think you should get married because everybody else is doing it.
there's one thing maybe that might be concerning, and that's the fact that I think he sleeps naked. And because when she came in the room and she was like, "You got anything on under that?" She was like, "Want me to have anything on under this? We haven't talked about how I sleep." And I'm like, "Oh, you need to talk to her if you sleep naked. Like you can't just spring that on a stranger. Like you got to ease her into it. At least wear your boxers to bed for the first few nights. Something. I can see that being a potential problem though. Like like you're complete strangers, and it might freak her out a little bit. Like complete strangers, just like
Yeah,
stripping.
he was a little too comfortable with being naked.
I'm
The
comfortable
first
with being naked. I can't fault
the
him for
first
that.
night with a stranger. I
Listen,
mean,
that's what they're called, one night stands, Sherrita. Okay, that's what typically happens with some strangers. Okay, like,
that's true.
so let's not sugarcoat it, act like shit like that don't go down. Okay.
That's true. That's true. That's true. A lot of people get naked the first night they meet a stranger. So we just gonna nip that one in the bud. Okay. So let's go to Jose and Rachel.
Rachel, go ahead, Sherrita. Take it away. Take it away.
Now let me tell you about my boy, the perfectionist. We just gonna talk about it slightly. He messing it up because they got something beautiful, and his insecurities is messing it up. He looking for the slightest thing that could make this whole thing not work in this person that his perfect wife that he envisioned in his head. So anyway, he said he wants to be in a relationship he wants the relationship to be perfect. He used the word perfect several times, which is also a problem. Okay.
Yeah.
His mother gave good advice though before he walked down the aisle, and he said be patient, talk to one another, and be clear on what each of them want. Is some good advice his mother gave him. Now they get down the aisle. Everything is going good. Everything is wonderful. Apparently, they like each other. He like what he sees. She like what she see. And everything is going good. The only problem that's in the way is him. He in the way of his own happiness. Okay, he in the way of his own happiness. So, my thing was the vows was good. They were wonderful. They were great. They both look great. They look cute together. Actually, I thought Rachel would have a problem with him being short, but she really didn't. She liked his personality. Is really what she asked for. She liked it. He kept trying to give hints and see if she liked him, because he repeatedly kept asking, and well, he ain't asking, but he semi asked it in a way where it sounded like he was asking, do you think I'm handsome? Because he kept saying, oh, you beautiful, oh, you beautiful, oh, you beautiful, you look nice, you look nice, because he was waiting on a response from her on saying, oh, you look nice too, you're handsome, you're cute, you know what I'm saying? So that's what I gathered. All I saw was insecurities from this man.
Oh my God, his insecurities. Oh, he is so insecure. He needs to stop asking and looking for perfection because he's tripping. Okay, like he full blown tripping. And I think the problem is he was expecting his wife to like adore him and like fall over him and like fawn all over him. And Rachel's not about to fawn all over anybody. Okay, that's just not who she is. Okay,
That's what I'm
I don't
saying.
know. Okay, I don't know who she is. I don't know her personally. I'm just saying based off of what I've seen, that's not the type of person she seems to be. That's all I'm saying. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
glad
that
he
whole
likes her. I am glad he likes her.
yeah. I like his family. I thought his family was amazing, especially when they was taking pictures. When they was taking pictures, his stepmom is a hoot. I love his stepmom. Is she kept telling Rachel to, yeah, go for it. He's your husband. Go for it. If you want to sleep with him that night, go for it. I mean, I just thought it was funny. It was funny. I
Yo,
was
they stepmom, yo.
like, okay, when she was telling the truth, hey, that is your husband. You can't sleep with him. You know what I'm saying? So I thought that was funny. I thought that both families gave amazing advice. Both sides actually. And let's see what else. So the dance was cool. Everybody dances went great. The kiss with the ding ding ding. Everybody did the little kisses went great except one couple. And it was just all it was all great. It was all great, and I felt like they could work, but the only person in the way of making this work
Is
was
Jose. Did you hear what he said about like how he had a mental checklist and she had to check off every single box on the checklist? So
oh,
me, I don't know what you heard, but all I heard
and
when
I
he
forgot
said
about
that,
that part.
okay, all I heard when he said that, and I don't know what you heard, but what I heard was, I'm not willing to compromise. You have to be perfect and check every box, or I'm not going to stay with you.
You are absolutely right. That was a whole hot mess. And she said, Rachel said, in her individual interview, she said she don't think she the woman for him. Well, she didn't come out and say it that way, but she was saying, because I'm all this stuff, he wants a perfect wife, and I can't meet all them expectations that he looking for. Like, that's not who she is. And
That's
to
not
me,
realistic.
Yeah, and so
And
to
I
me,
can't wait because you know what? This is my prediction. YouTube, this is my prediction. Okay, but at some point, the experts is gonna have to jump in and tell Jose that he needs to stop looking for perfection and learn how to compromise. Something
right.
along those lines. I'm not saying it's gonna be those exact words, but something along those lines. But I'm not. It's probably gonna be Pastor Cal that say something. Okay, because Pastor Cal don't play. All right.
And let me tell you something. So when I saw the foolery of him and this list, this imaginary perfect wife that he has in his head. I was like, you know what? Because he is the problem. I was like, the problem with this whole thing is you not taking the time to learn Rachel. Your list, you need to obsolete your list and actually take the time to learn who Rachel is. Not sit up here and go by what you think how a person should be according to you, who you think your wife should act and behave and be like. You need to learn who this person is and fall in love with who she is and not with what type of person you think she should be
Or
according to your
can
list.
be like you need to be accept shit. He needs to learn how to accept people for who they are. And
Right. And
I
and
just
and yeah, she's such a good person. Like she is a good match for him. He's just he in the way of himself on having a good match because he's looking for perfection instead of looking for who I am with
or
and
looking
and
for reality. I'll
looking for
I'll
real.
settle for him looking for realistic expectations.
Yeah, it's not even realistic. So that's why I really don't think it's gonna work with them because he is the problem. He's the problem. Rachel is a really good person. She's really fun. She is a bubbly personality. She lights up the room. Y'all conversations could go smooth and go well and easy if you just allow it to. You know what I'm saying? Just allow it to happen. Flow into the moment. Okay, okay. So YouTube, let us know what you think if we right or wrong on our thoughts on that. You know. So let's see. I
You
don't
got
think
anything else you want to say about Jose or
only
Rachel?
thing I can say is I know a lot of people was thinking that comment that Rachel made was hitting on the mark of his looks, but I don't think so. I think she's
Because she
like me.
even said like he looks good.
Yeah, but she did say that, but in her individual interview. Now the only thing she's like me, things come out wrong when you talking too fast. so so you got to think stuff through before you say it. And so she really was talking about that's what she just asked the experts that she wasn't looking for into looks. She was more concerned about personality and she got it. And she ain't said that he was ugly. She just simply said I was just looking for a person. I want my man to have some type of personality. And he does have a personality. He seems fun when he letting his insecurities out the window. But you
You
know,
gotta let go of them
if
insecurities.
he don't let go of them insecurities, he gonna ruin a perfectly healthy, that could be a perfectly healthy, good marriage. Okay. And the queen is talking to y'all and letting y'all know if y'all out there doing that to y'all men, y'all need to let them insecurities down and vice versa. Okay.
You gotta
Oh, oh, got it. And don't forget, oh, they did have a lasso when they put over
a
each
lasso
other.
rosary.
Is that what it was? Pretty cool. I forgot to mention that, but they did, and I thought that was pretty awesome too.
Yeah.
Let's see. We can go to
Marla and Gil. Marla and Gil next. Okay. Look, okay, I'm gonna just start. Okay, let me start. Okay, I got a couple of key pointers here. Okay. First of all, no kiss. Like, no kiss, like, come on now.
it's
Like,
quite
I get it.
concerning.
You know, it's not like the first time in Married at First Sight history, but you know, that's rough to deal with because sometimes it feels like rejection. And so he doesn't know, what that's all about. It could just be, but she's really conservative, she said, So it may just be that she don't want to kiss him in public or in front of people. And that may just be her, who she is. Okay, we don't know yet. We don't. So we can't comment too much on that. It's just the first day. Remember that. This is still the first day. All right. We still finishing up with the weddings. All right.
I'm just like Gil's friend.
Marla is so unwilling to compromise. Like they said, you might have to, come down on some things or, not do some things or, compromise on things because that's how marriage is. That's what his friends was saying to her because they were trying to give her advice on how to make things work. And she was like, why does my life need to change at all? That's basically what she was saying. I don't know listen, I don't know what everybody else heard, okay? I don't know what y'all was listening to, but what I heard with my 2 ear holes, okay? What I heard was, I'm not compromising on anything. He either does things the way I want and get with the program or there's going to be a problem, okay? And there's going to be a fucking problem, all right?
It definitely is. If you're supposed to be married, the marriage ain't about you. It ain't always about you. You have to learn how to compromise. You came here and asked the expert to find you. Even if you was recruited, you knew what this show was about. And if you knew you was too dang on picky, you should have not did the show. But you married this man anyway, hoping he was your Prince Charming and he would give you all the magical things in the kingdom. But yet instead, you ain't unwilling to compromise for your king. How you gonna ask for a king, but it's always about me, I, and then you not willing to work around anything who this man is.
And you know what's messed up?
I was like Gil's friends when they asked, like he said, "Are you one of his friends?" When they were sitting at the table, asked her, Are you one of those what he say?
Are you high maintenance?
Yeah, high maintenance women.
He said, "Oh, you're high maintenance," and she was like, "I don't think I'm high maintenance." But I mean, listen, I love Gil so much. Like Gil is just like you. It's hard not to like him.
It's nothing wrong with wanting things in life. It's nothing wrong with wanting the best for yourself and traveling. It's nothing wrong with that. And there's nothing wrong with finding a partner who can supply all of those for you. But you on a show, lady, and you know good and well that if you want a high valued man, is what Kevin Samuels call it, a high valued man, then you shouldn't have took yourself on Married at First Sight and waste this man's time. Gil could have been my man, and I could have wasted his time. But no, you ruined that for a good woman.
Sherrita. Like Gil, listen, I love Gil. And one of my favorite things Gil was talking about waiting when it came down to his attitude, his take on sex and waiting for sex. I love the way he said it, because he was like, no, he's like, if it takes 6 months, it takes 6 months. He was like, I'm looking at 40 years. 6 months is a drop in a bucket. I'm trying to spend the rest of my life with her. And they were like, oh my God, she's gonna ruin you. Okay, like the look on her friends' faces was like, oh my God, I love him. I love me some him. Okay, that's how they looked. All right.
Mm-hmm. I loved Gil for saying that. That show you what kind of maturity he had and mindset he had. And you know what I had noticed too when I sat and watched him with her friends. It was one of the friends that was the bridesmaid at the time. I don't know. It was the one with the dark hair. I don't remember her name. But he had a bit of more of a connection with her. If you go back and watch it, then he did with the one he just married.
Listen, you just don't like Marla, okay?
If you go back and watch it, I peeped it out. I said, y'all seem like y'all should have got married. That's what I was thinking.
I feel like your opinion is biased because you just don't like her that much.
Listen, I could like her, but it's her that makes me not like her. It's her. She's the problem.
She's getting in the way.
I'm trying to give her a chance. I really try to be open-minded.
Listen, I'm
But
trying to be super objective and give her a chance, okay, Sherrita? But it's hard. It's
it is.
real
I
hard.
can't. I can't. And then, like when they went to bed that night, she made me roll my eyes to the back of my head. He up there in the window talking in the camera, talking about, I just find her so attractive. I just like her so much. I can't wait to get to know my wife and more about her and stuff. And she come out here with some flannel pajamas on and
So
laying
what?
in the bed next to him on the edge of the bed, looking at him. And they looking at each other. I said, girl, with flannel pajamas on your wedding night, who wears flannel pajamas on their wedding?
Listen, leave her alone.
Okay.
Okay.
You gonna
She's
stick up for it?
yeah,
Okay.
I guess somebody has to.
Oh no, not me.
Listen,
Not the
Sherrita,
queen.
I may
I'm not
not
sticking up
listen.
for her.
I may not think she deserves Gil at this point, but I'm giving her a chance to grow. Okay. She could become a better, you never know. She might let go of this selfishness that she has. And I'm really hoping and pulling for that to happen because Gil deserves to be happy. Okay. He
Mm-hmm.
does. So I'm hoping, and I hope y'all are hoping with me. I hope you hope that we hope together, okay, that this is good for both of them. Because, we've seen people grow on this show, okay?
Yeah, that
We've
is
seen,
true.
remember,
People have
remember season
grown.
3? Remember season 3 when, who was it, Neil, and I forget her name. But,
Kayla.
no, this is season 3. But,
Oh, I don't know that one.
they was together and, like they really didn't like kiss and stuff at first, but as the show went, you could see them grow closer and closer and closer and closer
So you
together.
think this is what's gonna end up happening with these
I'm
people?
hoping that they grow and come together as they grow, because you're supposed to grow together in love, right?
You dealing with a person who don't want to compromise in her
I
own way.
know that, Sheree. That's why I said I hope she can learn to compromise, because if she
She can't
can,
even
then
compromise
things
for
can
a
turn
kiss.
around.
There's a problem. But I hope you right. Your girl, I hope your girl learns to
Whoa, whoa,
bend.
whoa, whoa! I ain't say she was my girl. I said
Listen,
we need to hold on to hope for this couple. Okay, instead of just tossing her to the wayside after 2 episodes. It's
I
been
tossed
one
her
day
day
for them.
one when I got
One
first
day.
episode. I knew that this was hot mess. I did. I mean, I knew it was a
I
hot
know
mess.
we both been saying it, okay, but I'm really trying to like be a better person and hope that things are better. And like she could grow she could become a better person. I'm hoping she could become a better person.
Listen, I hope so too. Other than that, they little scenes and stuff was great. Um, the wedding photos seem like everybody's wedding photos is beautiful, by the way. I think this came out great. They look cute together. That's the best thing. That's the best compromising they got. They compromise with cuteness. Okay, let's move on to the next thing.
Michaela and Zach.
Michaela and Zach. Now let me tell you, I love this couple. They one of
I
my
love the
faves.
chemistry. The chemistry though.
The chemistry is
Yeah.
sizzling. I can tell
Okay.
that they gonna have sex that night. Um, she couldn't keep her hands off of him, and I found that to be, nice.
Very cool.
My thing was with them. He was telling their backstory when they was eating dinner, and he said he went to a Catholic school, and all the kids would make fun of him for the color of his skin and stuff. He was being bullied. Then when he went into a black predominant school, he was too dark, and he got made fun of that. And then they said he spoke too proper, and he wasn't, a certain type of black, and so he was shunned on both sides. And I like the fact that she sat there and she told him that, oh, she liked his skin, that she adored his skin, that she was all into his skin and stuff like that. She was able to tell him how beautiful he was, and his skin was, which he's very handsome. Zach is very, very handsome. Like, if I was younger and mature like I am now, I can't be young like I was back then because I would have ran through him. But if I was mature like I am now, I would take him. He would have been my husband because he seemed like he has a great personality. Like he would be a good husband for somebody. So I mean, they look good together. Everything was smooth with them that whole night. At night, they had
Their
sex.
families was awkward. I can see some awkwardness with the families. But that was mostly because his parents just kept going on. His mom just kept droning on about him.
Well, she was
Like
bragging about her baby. When you got a child, you brag about your child.
she was true.
That's
She was
normal.
on one.
I
She
have a
was on a
child and I
tangent.
brag about mine.
She was on a tangent.
Yeah, she was. That was boring. Like, why? Don't scare the woman away. You know what I'm saying?
I know, right?
Then, his family, her family, I mean, when they was drilling him, you could tell he was nervous. He was real nervous because
Yeah.
none of his answers came out correct when they asked him questions.
The
Man, come on now. Hmm. But other than that, I love their love story so far. It's amazing. They got great chemistry. I think it's a sexual chemistry on top of just being able to converse well with each other.
Listen, it's not just that. They're silly together. They having fun already and laughing and joking already.
Yeah.
They doing little like little side inside jokes already. Like
Oh, I love it.
yeah,
It's so
yeah.
dreamy. I was like the sister that was sitting across the thing, looking at them and watching them, and how she was just looking with her eyes like this. And then she kept looking at them, her eyes bucked.
Look at them,
Like, oh,
y'all.
they look so good together. They look so well.
Didn't know they
Yeah.
were strangers.
Yes.
Like
Oh, they don't seem like strangers. This is a beautiful love story. She was like a deer in the headlights. I was like, oh my gosh. And she over there wishing it was her. But anyway,
is
that's
that what it was?
that's what it was. That sister over there kept Googling eyes because she wishing she was the one getting married. Okay, so Bo and Jonte.
Bo and Johnny.
Ooh, ooh. Let me tell you something about Bo and John.
Bo and Johnny got one of the greatest love stories ever written, and it wasn't
Right.
scripted.
And it
Okay.
wasn't scripted. This is the
Whew.
best love story that was ever told on Married at First Sight.
Yeah, I thought it was super cute. She had a little crush on him. Okay.
I
She had a little crush.
know. Like every
I
time
was
I
like,
saw them on the
oh,
screen,
y'all
every
telling
time.
me y'all wasn't swooning because I swooned a little. I may have went swoon. I may have said the word swoon when this happened,
Mhm,
when those words left her mouth. I may have uttered swoon. Okay.
mhm.
Like
Yeah, yeah.
that was the cutest thing. Okay.
I was like, every time I see them on the screen, I was like, la la la
La, 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 la.
la 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 la. Do 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 do. Mary at first sight. Ooh, la la la.
All right, this is going on too long. Okay. That
Yeah.
went over a little too long.
So, you guys tell us what you think about Bo and Johnny because we in love. I mean, they can't do nothing wrong in our eyes. Nothing
I ain't
except a
say
few
that.
things. There's a few
Listen,
things.
listen, Johnny's gonna suffer from he might suffer from a lack of touch. Because she said that was like bottom of her list of things that made her feel well. I guess he might not suffer from a lack of. It might like as they grow, she starts touching him more because she's more comfortable. Because right now she's not comfortable with how much they touching a whole lot. And I think that's
Mm,
what the pillow thing was about. When she put the pillow between them, I think it was more about, they're strangers and she even though she had a crush on him, they married now, she's got time to adjust to him being there every night.
mm,
She ain't got to jump
mhm.
right in like, oh, you can touch all over me and we cuddle. She can ease herself into it so she can become comfortable. And I love the fact that he's letting her do that. And then they held hands as they was going to sleep. Did you peep
Oh
that?
yeah.
He was all like, oh, your
Yes.
hands are
You
cold. And
know,
she was like,
at first I was mad about the pillow. I was mad about the pillow. I was mad about the pillow. I was like, woman, this is your husband. Let the pillow go. But then, as I thought about it and thought about it, and thought about it. You right. You right about the pillow, sir. She just gotta,
Get used to
let,
them.
yeah, get used to it. Now when they was talking about love languages, his love language is physical and hers is acts of service, which is mine. Mine is acts of service. My love language is acts of service. I could care less about your words. I need to see you actively doing something. But him is physical, and she said physical is way at the bottom of the list. That's me. I think we are like animal sisters or something because we got the same thing. So physical is at the bottom of the list. I think though, if he wants to get close to her, he's going to have to make a few moves himself. He can't. So what I mean is the subtle touching. You don't have to go aggressively in. Because I'm like her, I think what you need to do is just subtle touches. So holding hands, you start off with that.
Listen, let me tell you something, Sherrita. Holding hands is one of the most intimate things. I love holding hands. Like if I'm holding your hand, I'm really, really into you. Okay. That's
Yeah.
just me personally. Like personally, holding hands is super intimate to me. And if I'm holding your hand, I'm super into you. That's all that it is.
Yeah, yeah. So holding hands, um, you get like holding hands, touching the face every now and then. When you see her in the kitchen by herself or she alone, just go behind her and hug her. I mean, I know that's a too deep of an intimate, but that would loosen her up a bit. Like a little kiss every time you see her, or not every time, every now and then when you see her, just slightly kiss her on her cheek, really, really soft peck or on her forehead. Cause this right here for a woman, if you kiss a woman on her forehead, that's like, I don't know what it is, but I think if he puts those little subtle touches, she gonna subtly open up more quickly and faster than you just waiting on her to be ready.
Well, you saw it, like I said, they were holding hands going to sleep. So I mean, he's already trying to, build on what she's comfortable with. And I love that he's doing that. He's like, okay, well, this is your comfort level. He didn't even complain about the pillow. He said, okay, fine. And then, oh, we're holding hands. Okay, we can hold hands and go to sleep. Like that's
That's a
and
sign of a good husband, YouTube. That's a sign of a good husband.
right there.
Okay.
The fact that he
When
did
they
that, I was like,
patient
yo,
and can work with you, that's a good sign. So anyway, what else? We it took him forever to take the buttons off. I forgot to tell you that.
listen, man, I was gonna clown. I wanted to clown Johnny so bad. Like, yo, she's never gonna ask you to take her bra off forever. Okay, like you can't even get the buttons off. Okay, like,
He couldn't even take the buttons off. It took
but
him
she was
forever to
like, it's
take.
real complicated. She said how many people helped her get into the dress. So it sounds like it was complicated, a complicated procedure to begin with. Okay, so I'm giving
Right.
my man the benefit of the doubt here. All right, if a bunch of people took a bunch of people to get her into the dress, then one
Mm-hmm.
person getting her out might take a minute.
Yeah.
So I'm giving them
He
the
was over
benefit of
there.
the doubt.
He was over there really doing this. I said, "Dang, where the zipper at?" But every dress is different. So, but it was a cute dress. That's my favorite dress, though. That was my favorite dress. I would wear that dress on my wedding day. I said
I
that.
like Brett's dress.
Yeah, I liked her dress. But
Brett,
I think Johnny and Bo is gonna make it. They may have a few bumps in the road because of the fact that Bo is not an affectionate person. But I also think Johnny can get that out of her by simply doing small things like romance her through to get to where you trying to get her to go. So you
I think
romance her
he's
every
gonna do
now and
that.
then, give her
I
a
really
rose.
do.
Hmm?
I really do think he's gonna do that.
Other than that, everybody's wedding was great.
I'm excited for the
Um,
honeymoons next week. They're
I
gonna
can't
start
wait
the
till
honey. We
next
get to
week.
see some of the honeymoons,
That's
and they
gonna
go on
be
honeymoons together again. So like we get to see them like all meet and like
I
hang out.
think
I love
I
it when
think
they
the honeymoons. Okay, so I think what's gonna end up happening is they wake up in the morning and talk about the night, and then they meet the families again. Or I'm not sure, they might skip that this time and go straight into the honeymoon. But the way the previews is going, honey, it's a hot mess. Okay, Hurricane K actually showed
Listen,
up,
I'm not
and
gonna
I
even say
told
that about the
you.
previews because the previews are supposed to make you want to watch it. So they might be taking like moments completely out of context, okay, and
No,
just throwing it on the screen for you.
Hurricane K came out several times, and those was at different moments of
I'm
the
trying to give
season.
people the benefit of the doubt here, sis. Okay, you just raining all on that parade.
Man,
Okay,
it was a hot mess. And I'm telling y'all, YouTube, this is getting this. I think this season gonna be saucy, really saucy.
oh yeah,
It's gonna be
this is
on
gonna be
and
one of the
popping, and it's gonna be a
hypest
lot of
seasons ever.
juicing going on. I can't wait to see what's on and popping during this season. So far you dealing with Gil being concerned about his wife, materialistic ways, and we got Marla who just won't bend. You got Johnny who likes just want to feel, but he ain't gonna get no feeling from his wife.
No feels.
Um, you got Bo who don't know what a man needs or what a man wants or what a man that she gonna have that poor man suffering.
Man, you know
You
what
gonna
I'm worried
have
about? I'm worried that
Hurricane
Brett and Ryan ain't
Michaela
gonna have sex for
running
a really
loose,
long time.
huh?
I'm worried that Brett and Ryan ain't gonna have sex for a long time because Brett was single for 2 years.
No, I think Brett and Ryan is gonna have sex that night, the wedding night. I'm telling you, they gonna have
Yeah.
sex on wedding night.
The
Because
only couple
first,
I think might have sex on the wedding night is Michaela and Zach.
yeah, but I think Brett and Ryan is gonna have sex on the wedding night. I really think Brett and Ryan is gonna have sex on the wedding night. YouTube, just if you think I'm right, put a thumbs up in the comment. And if you think I am right about Brett and Ryan having sex on the honeymoon, that's all we ask. Because I know I'm right. Capricorns know everything. Look at
Here
this.
we go with
I'm the
this kid.
queen of knowing. But anyway, I also think Jose and Rachel's not gonna work because it's Jose.
Yeah,
He's the problem.
yeah.
So I see a lot of issues, a lot of problems, but at the same time, I see a lot of goodness coming out of it because we're gonna have fun this season. So
Yes, we are.
yes, we are. So YouTube, since you're here and you are part of the Griffin family, the original Griffins is what we call ourselves, and you want to continue to get some of these notifications, don't forget to click that notification bell and don't forget to comment. Tell us what you think is about to happen next week and your thoughts about these crazy couples. Do you think I'm right? Sherrita's right? Or do you think DeAndre is right? DeAndre. If you don't think neither one of us is right, then let us know. Because let me tell you something. Oh, this is driving me crazy. I need to know, can we get to the end of the season? Can we get to decision day already? That's all I really want to do is get to the decision day and go to the next group. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. And you guys have a wonderful day out there in YouTube land. Bye.
Peace out, Girl Scout.